Joining this morning, so I'm sure they'll join, but in a couple of minutes. I'm going to mute everybody now. Oh, hang on, there's another one. Right. There we go. Okay, so standing tall, feet parallel, ankle, knees and hips in line. We're going to engage the core, so lower abs, hips, glutes, pelvic floor. Pull it all up as tight as you can. Release it a little bit so you can still breathe. Then relax the shoulders and relax the knees. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Deep breath in and breathe out. So we're going for left ear, left shoulder, centre, and right ear, right shoulder, centre, left ear, left shoulder, centre, right ear, right shoulder, centre, last one each side, left ear, left shoulder, right ear, right shoulder. Then you're going to look up to the ceiling, down through the centre, chin to chest, look up to the ceiling, down through the centre, chin to chest, look up to the ceiling, down through the centre, chin to chest, bring the head back to neutral. So the arms come out to the side, rotate the palms up and take them up, rotate, bring them back down, rotate, take them up, imagining the air is really heavy, rotate, push them down. So really reaching through the fingertips, making sure the shoulders are down away from the ears. You're tall through the spine. Keep breathing. Core's engaged. Okay. Come forward, we reach forward, open out the shoulder blades, squeeze the arms together, rotate, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open out the chest, making sure those shoulders stay relaxed. Okay, last one, take it back, arms come down, shoulder roll. Okay, so taking the right hand, you're going to turn the palm outwards and do 3 big circles back. And then 3 big circles forwards. Like you're cleaning your windows. Mine probably need doing actually. It's terrible when the sun comes out, isn't it? Well, it's lovely when the sun comes out, but not for windows. It all shows up all the marks. Last one back. Change direction. Come back up to standing, shoulder roll. Okay, we're going to do a side bend, so reaching over the head. Slide the other arm down the leg. Come back up. Take it the other way. So make sure you're not holding your breath. Really reaching as much as you can through the fingertips to get the most out of the stretch as you can. Last one each side. Okay, come back up to standing. And it looks like most of you have got plenty of room around you. So arms come out to the side, Really stretch through the fingertips. Squeeze the glutes to keep the pelvis in place. So keep that pelvis facing forward. Arms stay in line with the shoulders, and we just rotate and look down the back arm and come back to centre and take it the other way. So really work at locking the pelvis forward so the motion's just from the thoracic part of the spine. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. Really reaching through the fingertips. So one more each side. Come back to centre, arms come down, shoulder roll. So standing on the left leg, we're standing tall. Don't let this hip come out to the side. And then we're just going to take the knee out to the side and open out the hip. If you need to hold on for something for this one, please do. Make sure you're really tall through the spine. Don't allow yourself to sink into the hip. So core engaged. So trying to be as tall as you can be. Okay. Last one. Change sides. So if you're actually doing this on carpet, it is more tricky, actually, having something squishy under the foot if we're doing balance. So just be aware it might not be your balance that's not so good. It might just be the fact you've got different flooring. Okay, so the knee coming out to the side. Last one. Come back onto the left leg, standing tall. So rotation. So try, and when you do this, get a full rotation. So you're trying to make that ankle go through its full range of motion. So as big a circle as you can. And then we're going to change direction. If you hear a few clicks, that's fine, that's normal. Okay. Make sure you're not sinking into the hip. And then we're going to do flexion, so point and flex. And again, make sure you're going through the full range of motion. Pointing the toe as far away as you can and bringing it back as close, as high as it can go. So pulling the toes in towards the knee. Okay, last one. Change sides. So standing tall on the right leg. Rotation. So try and be aware that you're not getting any movement from the knee, so the knee should be stable. And the other direction. And then we're going to go for flexion, point and flex. Okay, bring the feet back to parallel. Standing tall, and reach up through the fingertips till you feel the rib cage lift, but relax the shoulders down away from the ears. As tall as you can, high as you can on the toes. Now as controlled as you can, come back down through the feet. Really making the feet and ankles work, lift the toes, push the hands back. Body should stay straight, so lifting up as high as you can. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears, as high as you can on the toes, and as slow as you can, come back down through the body, lift the toes, push the hands back. So keep it going. I'm going to go for 2 more. Okay, last one. Okay. Mexican wave with the toes. So let's warm the feet up. So big toe, next one all the way to little toe, and then all the way back. So we've got a little puppy, he's 9 weeks old, and I can't do this at the moment when I'm going around the house, because otherwise he bites my toes. And keep it going, a few more, really stretching the toes out. Really trying to think about moving each one. Okay, last one. Okay, relax the toes. Then we're going to push into the outside edge of the foot and the base of the toes and just try and lift or tense the arch. So you're just trying to get a little bit of movement through the arch, but keep the knees relaxed. Keep the core engaged. Shoulders should be relaxed. So lift the arch, relax the knees, and relax the arch, and go again. So we'll go for 2 or 3 more. The more we can work our feet and keep them strong, the better it is for our posture, balance, and general joint aches and pains. Okay, last one. Okay, push into the toes. So really push, try and get that movement in the toes and the tops. Again, don't put too much weight on this. The toes. So we're just trying to work the joints, increase the flexibility. Toes and tops. And last one, toes and tops. Change sides. Toes and tops. Toes and tops. And toes and tops. And toes and tops. And the last foot one, we're going for inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge, change side, inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge, last time, inside edge, outside edge. Fab. Okay, so just coming back onto feet parallel, we're just going to come up on alternate toes, so just working the ankles, so core stays engaged, so just making sure we're getting movement through the toes, the feet, and the ankles and calves. Okay. And the last one. Okay, you're going to stand at the edge of the mats and we're going to roll down. Now, we can either, there's 2 options depending on people with backs and back issues and things like that. So we can either roll down and roll the back, scooping the belly button in and taking it down and feel the stretch through the hamstrings. If you have lower back issues, then come down with a straight back. This will still work the hamstrings, but you won't get down so far. It's fine. It's not about touching the toes. It is just about getting the stretch in the back of the legs. Okay, so pick your option of either a rolled back or straight back. So stop when you feel the muscles in the back of the legs get tight. Try and relax them. Keep the belly button pulled in. Keep breathing. Shoulders should be relaxed. Then take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just try and sink a little deeper into the stretch. Try and relax those muscles that are feeling tight. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just relax a little deeper in. Relaxing those muscles that are feeling tight. Keep breathing. Then we're going to take a deep breath in. Breathe out, take it down a little bit more. And you should have managed to stretch them a little bit more. If you can't, if you're not all the way down to the floor, that really doesn't matter. So this time we're going to take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to roll back up, tuck the tailbone in, rebuild the spine 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders when you get to the top. Good, okay. So from here, I'm just going to tuck my hands, otherwise I can't see anything. Okay. Ah, that's better. Right, so we're going to roll down and we're going to walk out into down dog. Now I know I've got a couple of people online that full plank and things like that are not doable. That's fine, just drop down to all fours and drop down to box and we can do the same leg moves from that. Okay, so we're going to come down, we're going to walk out into down dog. So the weight through the hands and through the feet, push back into the heels. So push your chest towards your thighs. So just hold that stretch. Feel the stretch through the back of the shoulder blades. And then you're going to either come forward into plank, half plank, or box. Now I don't know if I need to adjust my camera slightly. I would just drop it down a little bit, I think. Thank you, cameraman. Okay, so from here, if you're in full plank, you're going to come back up into down dog and we're going to stretch the leg, hold, come forward into plank, drop it down, lift the other leg, come back up into three-legged dog, come forward into single leg plank, drop and change, so lift the leg, up. So if you're in half plank you can do that. You're just going to come up into down dog, come forward into half plank, lift the leg and stretch, or from box we can just lift the leg and come back down. So we're going to go for 4 more of those. So pick your option. Okay, 1 more each side. Okay, from there we're going to drop down to the knees, uncurl the toes and push back into child pose. Stretch the tailbone back towards the heels, stretch the fingertips forward towards the front of the mat, keeping the belly button scooped in. Keep breathing, head and neck stay in neutral. Okay, from here you're either going to come into half plank, which is hands underneath shoulders, on the knees and with the pelvis forward. So the pelvis is forward and you've got a straight line between the knees and the shoulders. So you're either in half plank or full plank. So half plank, we're just going to take one leg out to the back, take it to the side and bring it back, and we're going to go for 10 each side. Or full plank, bring it to the side. So pick your option or combination of options. If you need to drop into child pose partway through, please do. Once you've done 10 one side, do 10 the other side. That's the last one. And we're going to drop down to the child pose. Push back, take a stretch. Try and release the wrists. A little bit of movement in the wrists and hands while we stretch. Okay, from there we're going to come up into box. Okay, so option 1, you're just going to be tucking the toes under, small lift and drop. So you're just going to lift and drop. That's option 1. Option 2, we're going to lift and hold. So keep lifted up out of the hands, arms should be strong, neck and shoulders should be relaxed. Keep breathing. So those knees should only be about 1 centimetre off the mat. Keep that core engaged and release. And go again. So lift. Keep the body nice and still, core engaged. Keep breathing, shoulders should be relaxed. And release. And one more. Lift and hold. And release. Well done. So just sit back on your haunches for a second, just give your wrists a break. Here we've got a couple more on all fours, and then we'll go on to something else and give our wrists a break. So come back onto here. We're going to lift and just take the leg back, bring it back and drop. Lift, take the leg back, bring it down and drop. Lift, take it back and drop. Lift, take it back. 2 more each side. And the last one. Okay, so now keep the knees on the mat, lift it up out of the shoulders, point the right leg back. We're going to take it to the right as far as you can, then draw a rainbow over behind us with the toe, touch down on the other side, and then bring it back. So really stretching out through the hip, trying to get some good hip mobility. So taking it your full range of motion, trying to get it as high as you can and as far round as you can. So we'll just do a couple more of these. Okay, last one. This time we're going to bring it back down, change sides. So point the toe behind first, bring it as far around to the side, and lift it up and over. Make sure while you're doing this that your arms don't start to sink. The arms should be nice and active, keeping the upper body nice and stable. Make sure to keep breathing. I know when you concentrate you end up holding your breath. It doesn't help us. Here we're going for one more. Okay, bring it back down. Push back into child pose. Push back with the tailbone. Reach forward with the fingertips. If you want to extend the stretch, slide the hand forwards, bring the bum up into the air, and come up into puppy. Nose down to the mat. It's a deeper stretch for the shoulders. Okay, from there, we're going to come back up to sitting. Okay. Right, so just a couple of shoulder rolls. Okay, so I've got a couple of you have disappeared completely off camera, so I've got no idea what you're doing, but hopefully you're all doing it okay. Okay, so sitting tall. Ah, hello. Okay, so sitting tall through the body, relax the shoulders. We're going to stretch the arms forward, keeping the palms facing the same way. We're just going to take them out, then lift them up, so the palms stay forward. Take them out to the side and forwards. Out to the side and up, out to the side and forwards. So all the time the back straight, shoulders relaxed, cores engaged, legs should be relaxed. Okay, last one. Bring it back up, bring them down, shoulder roll, and again. Okay, so taking the legs out wide, make sure you're sitting up through the body, so the back should be straight. Hands are just at the side for support, and you're going to take the knee to the side, to the centre, and back up, and centre, and up. Now if you can't get it all the way down to the mat, that's not a problem. Your pelvis should stay on the floor. So if to get the knee down you're having to lift, that's not what we want. So keep your bottom sat on the mat and drop the knee in. You might find one side's easier than the other. The shoulders stay relaxed, back stays straight. Okay, then we're going to take both knees to the left. This time, as you go to the left, the right bum cheek will come off the mat. And then come back to centre and take it to the right. Now, so option 1, you can keep the hands down on the mat. Option 2, see if you can do it with the shoulders relaxed and the arms off. You may find that you start walking yourself forwards. Now, those of you that want to, you can try the slightly extended version. As you come round, you come up and squeeze the glutes, and then drop back down and take it the other way. Okay, we'll do one more each side. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Okay, come back to centre. Okay, so the 90-90 stretch. I think everybody here has done that with me. So you're looking for the left thigh in front of the nose. So thigh to knee is in line with the nose. Then a 90-degree bend in that leg. Usually your whole torso should be facing the left thigh. Your right thigh is then in line with your shoulder, and then there should be a 90-degree bend in the leg there. Now try and make sure that instead of sinking to the left, you're sitting nice and as upright as you can. You'll feel the stretch through here. Core engaged, shoulders relaxed. Now today we're going to keep the back straight, so it's not a case of rolling over it. We're just going to keep the back as straight as we can, so really tall through the spine, and then just walk the hands forward. You won't get down so far, and keep the chest in level with the floor. So you want the chest to be coming down equally towards the floor. It's much easier to come down one-sided, so we're coming down evenly with both hands. Stop when you feel it's far enough for you with the back straight, core engaged, you're still breathing. Okay, so you can either hold it there and just breathe into the stretch, or we're going to rotate the back heel up and drop. Rotate up and drop. Rotate up and drop. Rotate up and drop, trying to flex that back foot. Keep breathing, keep the shoulders relaxed. Okay, last one. Okay, we're going to gently walk the hands forward. Make sure you're sitting tall through the body. And just be aware of what feels tight. Okay, so this time we're going to same side. We're going to walk forwards again, keeping the back straight. Again, walk forwards with both hands equal. Okay. So once you get out to where's comfortable for you, you're going to walk the hands round to the left. Again, keeping the arms straight. And feel the stretch. Keep the belly button pulled in towards the spine, shoulders relaxed. Just pause when you get there and breathe into the stretch. I'm going to walk it back to centre. Pause there. And then we're going to walk it towards the toes. At any point you feel the stretch, it becomes too much, that's where you stop. Bring it back to centre. Gently walk the hands back up. And then we're going to change sides. So swing the legs round, so now the right thigh is in front of the nose. So the torso is facing the thigh. 90-degree bend in the knee there. It's always worth taking a little bit of time just to set this one up. Make sure the posture's right. Left thigh is now in line with the shoulders. 90-degree bend in that knee there. Make sure the torso is still rotated towards that front to the right thigh. Just relax the shoulders, tall through the spine. We're going to walk the hands forward. Remember, keeping the back straight this week. So it's not a case of rolling over it. Keep the hands equal as you walk them out. You might find that one side is tighter than the other. This is my slightly tighter side. Never wants to go down quite as far as on the other side, but that's quite normal. So just breathe and relax into the stretch. Okay, to extend the stretch, you're going to flex the back foot and lift the heel and drop. And lift and drop. And lift and drop. And lift and drop. And lift and drop. Last one. Lift and drop. Walk the hands back up. Just be aware of what's feeling tight. Just try and breathe into those muscles and relax them if you can. So re-engage the core. Relax the shoulders, grow tall through the spine. We're going to walk back out again, keeping the back straight. So then when you get to your point, that's the limit of your stretch. You're going to make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Then we're going to walk the hands around to the right. Again, stop at whichever point it's enough of a stretch for you. Make sure you breathe into the stretch. Don't hold your breath. Shoulders and neck are relaxed. Okay, come back to centre. Just pause and be aware of re-engaging the core, re-relaxing the shoulders before you take it round towards the toes. Stop when it gets tight. So breathe and think about breathing into the muscles that are tight. Try and think about trying to relax them. Bring it back to centre. Just take a breath there. Then you're going to walk the hands back forwards. Swing the legs back round in front. Sitting tall through the spine, relax the shoulders, engage the core. Pull the toes in towards you. I apologise if I've got dirty feet. I've got to stop going out in the garden with no shoes on. Sitting tall. Okay, so imagine we've got the big beach ball on your knee. You're going to open out the arms, open out the chest, wrap your arms around the ball, open out the shoulder blades. But try and make sure you keep the shoulders down away from the ears, belly button scooped in. So really opening that all out. Then as you point the toes away, we open out the arms, open out the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So come back round. Make sure the belly button's scooped in. Shoulder blades are pulled apart. Point the toes, really squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift through the spine as tall as you can. Bring it back round. So I'm going for 2 more of these. Point, stretch, pull it in, pull the arms round, point and stretch, arms come down. Shoulder roll. Okay, we're going to finish with a little bit of balance work. So in your own time, come back up to standing for me. I'll just adjust the camera slightly so you can see my head. Okay, so standing tall through the body. So make sure the feet are nicely planted. Ankle, knees and hips are in line. Shoulders are relaxed. So tall through the spine. Imagine you've got that string attached to the top of the spine that's lifting you upwards, making you as tall as you can be. A couple of nice deep breaths. Shoulders should be down away from the ears. So option 1. Your heel is resting on your ankle with just a slight weight on the toe just to keep the balance. You'll lift it up out of the hip, above the ankle or above the knee. Pick your option. Grow tall through the spine. Don't let this hip come out. Bring the arms up and breathe and relax and hold the stretch. So we're going to try and go for a 30-second balance. Just keep breathing. Keep looking at your focal point. We're nearly there. Fab. Bring the arms down. Bring the leg down. Change sides. So grounded through the other foot. Bring your foot up to the position that you like. Grow tall through the spine. Make sure you're lifted up out of that hip. Lift up through the body. Breathe. Keep the shoulders relaxed as you breathe. Bring the arms down. Bring the leg down. Okay. So we're gonna try and do star pose. So just make sure you've got a little space to the side of you. So standing on the left leg. So whichever leg you're standing on, that's the way you're going to tip. So standing on the left leg, tall through the body, keep the top shoulders, keep the shoulders back. So point the right leg out, lift the arms up into star. So really make sure that right arm is pulled back, so the shoulders rotated back. You're going to take the weight onto the left leg, and we're going to tip and hold. Now don't allow yourself to tip forward. Keep breathing, keep the shoulders relaxed. They're looking fabulous this morning. Okay. Bring it back to centre, change sides. So standing on the right leg, point the left toe out to the side. Left arm comes back. Weight goes onto the right leg. Core engaged, shoulders relaxed. And tip and hold. Make sure you lift it up out of the hip. Keep breathing. Bring it back down. Shoulder roll. And another one. Then just standing tall. Just take 3 deep breaths in and out. So you're going to breathe in. Feel the air, fill the lungs right the way through to the back of the ribs, into the collarbone. And slowly release the breath. Another deep breath in. Just pause at the top of the breath before you slowly release. The last one. Slowly release. And that's it. We're all done. So thank you very much for joining me again this morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jane.
Okay, so that one has been recorded. So if you wanted to do it again, you can. It will be on our video channel, on the Patreon channel. So you should be able to access that one again and all the others that we've done. So we're basically, every time I do a session, we're recording it now. So so you will be able to redo them if you want to. Or bits of them or whatever, so you can just dip in and out of them as and when. If there's anything else you particularly want, Heather, I have done the small ball one. That is now on there. If you want, because you got asked for that. So if there's anything you particularly want to do, later on, for those of you that have got the big Swiss balls, I'm gonna film one of those either today or tomorrow. But if there's anything you particularly want, drop us a line and I will try and do it. Yeah. And everybody stay healthy, and hopefully I'll see you at the next session.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.